Hey guys, it's Amber. Welcome back to my channel. I post book and home fragrance content, and I'm very happy to have you here with me. Whether you're new or returning, welcome. So I have another library book haul for the month of September because I was replenishing my TBR to have more fallish type books. I had to do a part two of my what's in the book bag. So I have 5 more books to show you guys, and let's jump into it. So the first one I have is the final book in the Invisible Library story series. It's called The Untold Story. This is by Genevieve Cogman. And the library, the Invisible Library series is a sci-fi fantasy series that's about a girl named Irene. She is a librarian for the Invisible Library, which is a faction of people that kind of keep balance in the world. So there's multiple versions of Earth. And there are fae who thrive on chaos, and there are dragons who thrive on order. And the library's job is to keep a balance between chaos and order. And they do that by stealing books, so to speak, or saving books from different versions of Earth, unique to that world. And so this is the final book in the series. It is a super fun series. I highly recommend it. It leans more fantasy to me rather than sci-fi, even though it is kind of considered sci-fi just because of the whole like multiverse type of situation in it, I guess. But it's more fantasy, which is what I love. So definitely recommend it. If you aren't normally a sci-fi person, fantasy, more fantasy than sci-fi. The characters are great. I love Irene. I love Kai. I love all the other characters that are in it. And it's just great. So the first book is called The Invisible Library. And it goes from there. This is the 8th book, the final book. So The Untold Story. I look forward to diving into that one for sure. Okay, the next one I have is Anatomy, a Love Story, and this is by Dana Schwartz. And this is takes place during, I'm pretty sure, Victorian times, and it's a gothic tale about a girl that wants to be a surgeon, and this is during a time when, you know, girls aren't really allowed to be anything pretty much besides catching a husband, that sort of thing. So her name is Hazel, and she wants to become a surgeon, and she ends up teaming up with a guy that's like a grave digger, or what is he called? I don't even remember what he's called. His name is Jack, and he digs up bodies from graves for the purpose of selling them to surgeons, that sort of thing, for learning, doing surgery things. So people can study cadavers and bodies, that sort of thing. So I've heard really good things about this. I'm hoping it's not too kind of graphic. I heard it's not too bad, but I figured this is a perfect book to be reading this time of year. So that is Anatomy, a Love Story. The next one I have is a rom-com or a romance, and this is called Ready or Not, and it's by Cara Bastone. And look at the cover. It looks fallish to me, totally fallish. And it's about a girl and an unexpected pregnancy. And I've heard really good things about this. So I don't want to jump too much into it to find out what it's about, but it's about her friend, or her best friend's brother ends up kind of stepping up while she's been pregnant, that sort of thing. So it looks cute. Then we have The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, and this is by Roshani Chokshi. I just finished, you will see it in my September wrap up when I do that, but I finished her short story novella, Once More Upon a Time, and loved it. It was so cute, but I'll go more into that with the wrap up. So this, I've heard really good things about. This is another gothic fantasy type book. Let's see. Once upon a time, a man who believed in fairy tales married a beautiful, mysterious woman named Indigo Maxwell Castaneda. He was a scholar of myths, and she was an heiress to fortune. They exchanged gifts and stories and believed they would live happily ever after. And in exchange for her love, Indigo extracted a promise that her bridegroom would never pry into her past. But when Indigo learns that her estranged aunt is dying and the couple is forced to return to her childhood home, the House of Dreams, the bridegroom will soon find himself unable to resist. For within the crumbling manor's extravagant rooms and musty halls lurks a shadow of another girl, Azure, Indigo's dearest childhood friend, who suddenly disappeared. As the house slowly reveals his wife's secrets, the bridegroom will be forced to choose between reality and fantasy, even if doing so threatens his marriage or his life. So, yeah, it sounds gothic and mysterious and a little spooky for sure. So, there's that one. I look forward to diving into that one. Okay, and then the last one I have is called The Library of Shadows. This is by Rachel Moore, and sorry for the glare. And this one is about a girl, and I think there's a ghost. Let's see, the third most haunted school in the country, where student disappearances aren't uncommon and no one dares stay in the library after dark. Radcliffe Prep. And where Este Logano enrolls with the hopes of finding her dead father. Not literally, of course. She doesn't believe in ghosts. Going to her dad's school just seems like her best hope at figuring out who he was. But then Este meets Mateo, who is maybe, probably, definitely a real ghost, and an annoying one at that. When Mateo frames Este for the theft of a rare book from the library's secret spire and then vanishes, Este will have to track him down or risk being expelled and leaving Radcliffe early, just like her father did. Cute. It seems like it'll be fun, mysterious, fantasy, perfect for the fall months for sure. Okay, so that's it, you guys. Those are 5 more books that I've added to my TBR cart for the month of September. I will get to these sometime this fall, hopefully. We'll see which ones I want to add. If I want to pick one up now before September's over, I'll probably just add them to my picks for my TBR for October. We'll see. But I will have more books to share in my October library haul as well. So thank you guys for spending some time with me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I appreciate all of you and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.